We need a closer look.
Liz, this project...
10 acres on the waterfront in Boston, Adam. Think about that.
This is the start of a new district in the city.
This complex will have virtually everything a tenant could need.
1.5 million square feet, offices, retail space, a hotel, in that area?
We want to build on the success of the existing World Trade Centers. Right now, approximately 1 million people a year come down to this facility.
Adam, I know that area. The World Trade Center is thriving at that location.
This is one of those sites where something relatively new is possible.
Special character.
What about access?
A new harbor tunnel to the airport, highway connections to the suburbs, rapid transit. What more could you want?
The main thing is that this is the first exit from the airport.
Easily accessible.
Fidelity's committed.
For how much?
At least a quarter of the building.
You have total flexibility. You can really do anything in this location that you need to do.
They've got all the approvals. Tunnel construction's begun. They're into final design.
It's an exciting area.
This is where downtown will be growing.
Can't you see it?
This?
Yes.
In Boston?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes.
In this age of information, knowledge is a valuable commodity. In Boston, it's a natural resource. Boston, the nation's 6th largest metropolitan area, nearly 4 million people, an $86 billion economy, and one of the highest levels of personal income in the nation. A city built on knowledge. Premier universities, medical centers, technology-driven corporations, and financial institutions. A collective expertise that has achieved global distinction in everything from computer systems and software to laser surgery and DNA coding. From global mutual funds and venture capital to radar systems and aircraft engines. Boston, one of the world's major gateway cities, and a city preparing for the future like no other. In the next decade, Boston will spend more on public works than any other U.S. city. $15 billion to improve the environment, to modernize Logan Airport, and to redesign the area's highway network. Boston, an historic city continuing to make history.
By 1995, Boston will have literally a new front door. Now you'll be able to come directly out of the airport, go through the new tunnel, and the first exit puts you right into the Seaport District.
The third harbor tunnel may seem like a dream to a lot of people, but in fact it's already in construction.
This is going to mean that you have dramatically better access to Logan.
You've got an airport that's literally within minutes from your front door.
The city is going to be rejuvenated.
From the airport, the new Third Harbor Tunnel travels below Boston's inner harbor, passes around the World Trade Center and through the Seaport District, and joins with the area's interstate highway system.
So whether you're coming from the south or from the Turnpike or from the north, you'll have direct access right into the heart of the Seaport District.
Above ground, the Seaport District will be transformed. Entrance and exit ramps, new bridges, and a redesigned street grid will improve access to all points. In addition, a rapid transit line will link the area to the financial district and South Station, the city's primary transportation hub. A new downtown district is forming, and at the heart is the World Trade Center, Boston.
Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you about the existing World Trade Center. Because really, it's the success of this building that's one of the key driving forces behind our expansion project. Now, let me just flick this projector on. Last year, more than 1 million people attended events held at the World Trade Center. One of the nation's largest privately owned exhibition centers. With 600,000 square feet of Class A office space. And a state-of-the-art business conference center for clients like IBM, Ford, Digital Equipment, and Lotus Development. Linked by satellite for video conferencing to any spot on the globe, as well as a full range of in-house meeting services and amenities. There's parking for 1,700 cars, and a very successful shuttle bus service to South Station, State Street, and North Station. All of which is why the building is 98% occupied by companies like AT&T, Fidelity Investments, McDonnell Douglas, and United Airlines, who enjoy the opportunity to participate in a global network of over 75 World Trade Centers. As we like to say, you can do a lot with a building that's as long as the Empire State Building is tall.
The World Trade Center stands in that magic area where the city and ocean meet. Boston's Seaport District is classic urban waterfront. Working docks enlivened by an eclectic mix of businesses, museums, and world-renowned restaurants. And right now, the district is preparing for change, poised to become a vital part of downtown Boston. Evidence of this change is the siting of the new federal courthouse. This neighboring landmark will bring significantly higher levels of activity and business into the district. It will be one more building block in the foundation of the new World Trade Center.
This is clearly the area the city is going to expand in. We believe firmly in that. It makes sense to be there. So we have been funding this development to bring it to the point where we can start hard construction. And once hard construction is started, we plan to be a participant in that on an equity basis, as well as be a tenant in the first office building.
New offices, streets, towers, and parks. At the center and beginning will be the new World Trade Center Hotel. More than hotel rooms and offices, The World Trade Center expansion is the centerpiece of a dramatic transformation. The Seaport District will become one of Boston's most distinctive and vibrant areas. But as the district develops, the maritime character will not be washed away. The working docks will become, once again, part of downtown Boston's daily life.
I don't want to just have another business district. I want to have something that takes advantage of the water and makes it accessible and enjoyable so that people can spend time here comfortably and, in fact, work here comfortably and live here comfortably.
The new World Trade Center, a place to gather for business or pleasure, a place to enjoy the color and vibrancy of life by the water's edge.
It makes a lot of sense, especially now.
I think you're right. I'd forgotten a lot about that area. You know, when we were leaving, the plane had just left the ground, and I was looking down at the World Trade Center. I could really see what they were talking about. A new World Trade Center, a new seaport, a new Boston.